Good morning, dear students of class 12. Welcome to the English online learning class. Today we are going to further continue with the lesson Ivan Tries an O-Level Part 10. So, the injured McClary, which the prison officers were thinking, he had left with Superintendent Carter in his car and with the approval of the governor. The invigilator was bleeding and had to be hospitalized. At the same time, he knew where actually Ivan had left. So this is also a major lapse of the security officials here. They were being guided by the invigilator and they relied on him. Now Elsfield Way, McClary had said, and there it was, staring up at the governor from the last few lines of the German text. From Elsfield Way, drive to Herington roundabout where, yes, of course, the examination board was in Elsfield Way, and someone from the board must have been involved in the escape plan from the very beginning, the question paper itself, the correction slip. So now the governor is trying to join all the loose ends together. And because the exam department was in the Elsfield Way, and so there was involvement of the examination body in Ivan's escape. The governor turned to Jackson and Stephens. I don't need to tell you what's happened, do I? The voice sounded almost calm in its scathing contempt. And which one of you two morons was it who took Evans for a nice little walk to the main gates and waved him bye-bye? So the governor said, who amongst you took Evans in the disguise of McClary out to the main gates? It was me, sir, stammered Stephens. Just like you told me, sir, I could have sworn. So Stephen said, these were the orders given to me by you. What? Just like I told you, you say? What's the hell? When you rang, sir, and told me to. When was it? The governor's voice was a whiplash now. You know, sir, about 20 past 11 just before. You blithering idiot man, it wasn't me who rang you. Don't you realize? But what was the use? He had used the telephone at that time, but only to try unsuccessfully once more to get through to the examination board. So actually it was not the governor, because at that time he was trying to contact the exam board. He shook his head in growing despair and turned on the senior prison officer. As for you, Jackson, how long have you been pretending you've got the brain, eh? Well, I tell you something, Jackson. Your skull's empty, absolutely empty. It was Jackson who had spent 2 hours in Ivan's cell the previous evening, and it was Jackson who had confidently reported that there was nothing hidden away there, nothing at all, and yet Evans had somehow managed to conceal not only a false beard, a pair of spectacles, a dog collar, and all the rest of his clerical paraphernalia, and also some sort of weapon with which he'd given McClary such a terrible blow across the head. So Jackson, who was supposed to search Ivan's cell the day before, how did Ivan manage to procure to have so many things in the cell? Jackson was not able to find it. A prison van backed alongside, but the governor made no immediate move. He looked down again at the last time of the German to the Herington roundabout, where you go straight over and make your way to New Bergen. Newgraven, where on earth? Knew something New Grave. Never heard of it. There was Wargrave, somewhere near the Reading, but no, it was probably a code word. And then it hit him, Newbury. God, yes, Newbury was a pretty big sort of place. But so now the governor is trying to join all the loose ends together. He rapped out his orders to the driver. Send Adelaide's police station and step on it. Take Jackson and Stephens here, and when you get there, ask for Bell, Chief Inspector Bell. Got that? He leaped the stairs to his office, three at a time, got Bell on the phone immediately, and put the facts before him. So the Chief Inspector was consulted, and all the facts were put before him. We'll get him, sir, said Bell. We'll get him, with a bit of luck. So Bell, the chief inspector, was confident, and he said, we are going to find him out. The governor sat back and lit a cigarette. Ye gods, what a beautifully laid plan it had all been. What a clever fellow Ivan was, careless, leaving that question paper behind. But then they all had made their mistakes somewhere along the line. Well, almost all of them. And that's why, very, very shortly, Mr. Clever Evans would be back inside doing his once more. So the governor had gathered some information, and very soon he thought that we are going to get hold of Ivan, because they have all left some vital clues, and he has been able to join all these clues together. The phone on his desk erupted in a strident burst, and Superintendent Carter informed him that McCleary had spotted Evans driving off along Aylesfield Way. They had got the number of the car all right and had given chase immediately, but had lost him at the Hearington roundabout. He must have doubled back into the city. So this was the information given to the governor by Carter, that Ivan was spotted by McCleary towards Aylesfield Way, and then they chased him, but they lost him at Hearington roundabout. He must have probably come back to the city. No, said the governor quietly. No, he's on his way to Newbury. He explained his reasons for believing so, and left it at that. It was police job now, not his. He was just another good for a gullible governor. That was all. So the matter had been left to the police now to find out where Evans was. By the way, Carter, I hope you managed to get McCleary to the hospital all right. So the concern for McCleary, he wanted to know from Mr. Carter, Superintendent Carter, that was McCleary left the hospital? Yes, he is in Radcliffe now. Really groggy he was when we got to the examination office, and they rang for the ambulance from there. So this information was given by Carter to the governor, that it was probably the examination officers. We got to the examination officers, and they rang for the ambulance from there. Now the governor rang the Radcliffe a few minutes later and asked for the accident department. He contacted Radcliffe Hospital, asked for accident department. McCleary, you say? Yes, he's a parson. I don't think there is any. Yes, there is. You'll find one of your ambulances picked him up from Aylesfield Way about. Oh, that? Yes, we sent an ambulance all right, but when we got there, the fellow had gone. No one seemed to know where he was, just vanished, not a sign. The Radcliffe Hospital authorities said that we tried to reach the spot where we were told from the Aylesfield Way we were supposed to pick up the patient, but when we reached there, we did not find anyone. But the governor was no longer listening, and truth seemed to hit him with an almost physical impact somewhere in the back of his neck. Now the governor had already concluded what it was all about. We'll stop here and we'll continue part 11 in the next class tomorrow. Thank you.